Build a fire in 5 minutes. First thing you want to do is look for little twigs. Well, twigs smaller than this, and usually this is better on a dry day, but honestly this strategy works really well. And then second step, go over here to a sunny area and start a pile of twigs. Just the twigs so far, not anything big. Just start finding twigs, little tiny twigs on the ground, even little uprooted stuff like this. And then start adding to the pile. And progressively, once you have about 10 little tiny twigs, start moving on to the little bit of bigger stuff. Usually you want to go longer and then start going thicker, but you can start with either one. Crap, that hurt. And then move on to closer to the woods line. Works really well too. If on this woods line, you can start finding bigger sticks that are a lot better. These are probably too big right now, but if you see some good sticks, you should go ahead and gather them like these and then put them in the pile. How much more? But I already lost the pile. No way. I already lost the pile, but now that I've got these, what in the world? I just came over here. What? Where is it? But I'll just start a bigger pile so you can see the bigger stuff now. And honestly, you can use stuff like this for beginning stuff. I'm gonna go back to gathering a little bit of beginning stuff. You're gonna have to wait. This is really just gathering wood. You gotta have a little bit of little stuff like this. Or not little, honestly it doesn't matter how little it is as long as it's really, really thin. Little and thin, jackpot. Long and thin, not bad. What if I lost that pile too? So, now that you've got this, you can start piling it up. I'm not gonna start it because how dry everything is right now. But basically what you're gonna wanna do is get a bigger stick like this. Sometimes you need a few big sticks, and get these little sticks and start making kind of like you would think about like an ant and how if they build like forts in the woods, if they could build forts in the woods, how this is like a tree for an ant. So think ant-sized. There's a spider there. I don't like spiders. And then start making like a little thing like this. And honestly, if you're in an area that has a bunch of pines, which the area I'm in right now sort of does. So I just need to come over here and collect pine needles. Dried up pine needles. Green ones work too, dried ones work better. But like, if you look on the ground, like on the woods line, or really anywhere that has pines, you're always gonna see pine straw. And pine straw works best for starting. So if you're looking for stuff to start, pine straw and little stuff. Best. Pine straw and little tiny dried up twigs. Which nothing's dry right now because it rained. So lay that there, and honestly, with how good brown pine straw is, you can light that stuff. And now that we've gotten a good area like that, start adding on stuff like this until you eventually get up to this stuff, and keep adding it on for a few minutes. And then you light the bottom, and then use this stuff right here to do and then use this stuff right here as like stuff on top, and then light some of that pine straw. You've got yourself a fire. Just add more of this, a little bit more of this on. I can't really light this because it rained, but it's not wet enough to the point where if I light it in the middle of a grassy open field, it won't light anything else. So I might do this back home when I'm not at the beach and do it in my fire pit, but right now I am. And then even a magnifying glass works. You just find like a little bit of this, and fire always burns up, so just get, and then once you got a good part like this, you're good to start your fire. And that's how you start a fire in 5 minutes. And see you next time.